Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome back. We are at the final episode. Hopefully, this is the final episode of the series. We are playing the Houston Texans, and they have Tua Tagovailoa as their QB. It's a little bit different of a situation just because they ended up signing him going into year two. So we're just going to do a little bit of a recap of our roster, just looking at it from this point of view. This hopefully will be the end of it for us. Pritchett is up to an 85. He's still superstar. I don't think we had any dev trade increases this season. When I look at it here, the only thing might have been maybe Sears didn't already have star, but I think he did. Our defensive linemen, I was hoping to get maybe a dev increase in one of them in here. Pritchett was sitting in that backup defensive end role. I think he already had this. He's one of the rookies that we drafted. Looks like he's pretty good. He wasn't anything super phenomenal. And honestly, this team was already super stacked, so he just didn't have the ability to play quite as much as you would have maybe hoped that he would have. We have a couple guys set up in certain positions on the team. Rush D tackle, we have Garay in there. Maybe it might be worth looking into it to see if there's anything different, but I think this has been what we've been rocking with this whole season. And so we're going to hop into it. We're going to be playing with 10-minute quarters, and hopefully it all goes well here. Alrighty, so here we are at the Super Bowl, everybody. There's been something weird the last couple times I've loaded into the game where it's been switching the entire depth chart after like one or two plays into the game, and so I have hopefully adjusted the depth charts to match what it's been doing for the swaps. If it ends up playing those same players anyways, then there's just something really weird going on, where it just really wants those players to play, and I guess we have to play with them. So hopefully the players that are meant to be playing are going to be playing. Otherwise, I'll probably bring it up a couple times as things go along. It looks like we're going to be starting with the ball here. My main thing is that I just have to outscore them. I usually am not the greatest at defense, but we'll see if I can manage to pull it out here. So it's going to have Tyrell Justice in for the first play as the halfback for us. And then hopefully after that, it's not going to have him in. So hopefully that's his only touch of the game. Nope, it just really wants Tyrell Justice to play the game. I don't know why. It's just dead set on this guy being the running back for the game. Maybe it's just not doing the glitch this time. I think we are going to try to rush the ball here. There we go. That's the guy we actually want to be starting. However, it's just being so strange that you might just have it predestined that these are where these players are playing in each position. But if things start to go a little bit downhill, we're going to switch them back to the spots that they're supposed to be at, to hopefully have things work out for us. Right there, I had Vasquez playing the fullback position. He's not supposed to be playing the fullback position. If anything, Porter's supposed to be the fullback. Oh, and now they have Nobles playing the fullback position. It's just being a little strange here today. I'm interested to see what happens on defense. If they actually play Sears or not. I think George Urban is destined to get injured in this game. It just keeps happening every time. Thankfully, we have like some decent depth at most of these positions that when it does switch them out, we're still okay. But some of these other positions, it's like just not great how they're swapping them out. The main one is when they switch out the running backs for us. Or not the running backs, the middle linebackers. Because our third middle linebacker is a 69 overall, and our fourth one is 63. And they keep putting the 63 overall running back in, or middle linebacker, into play that position. Vasquez, we can rock with him for the most part at that slot wide receiver option. It's just not optimal for us because we have an 85 overall, 83, 84, something like that, slot wide receiver in. And so if we can get that receiver whose main job is to be a receiver in, that would be beneficial for us. However, Vasquez is listed as the second slot wide receiver on our depth chart, ahead of the guy that we drafted in the first round this year. So hopefully it works out for us. We started off well. We got 7 on that first possession, which is exactly what we were hoping for. Hopefully we can slow Tua down. Doesn't seem like he had that many yards, which is a little strange, but and it looked like that was about to be an interception right there. He's got to be careful on those throws, but apparently his wide receivers are just going to catch him. So yeah, here's Wiley is the guy that I kept trying to get him to not be on this. Mainly because he just gets shoved off by our wide receiver. Let's switch back. Sears and Wiley. And hopefully Sears is going to be playing. I don't have a ton of hope. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to play Coles now instead. I don't think I realized that they were going to be playing my fourth middle linebacker. Otherwise, I would have stacked up that position a little bit more. McMillian is the backup edge rusher on that side, I think. That was a good juke / spin move. I don't even remember what it was. I just was like, that's not what I hoped to happen on that play. Yeah, and then like Holiday is a left end. I don't know why he's playing the defensive tackle role. Injured their running back. Their running backs seems like he's pretty good, so maybe that'll work well for us. That is clutch. Who got that? Who got that fumble reception? We need to see that stat right away. Fumble was by Dante Coles, so I'm kind of glad that they have him playing now. And then Pritchett was the one who picked it up. That linebacker combo right there. Not sure this is the right play here, but we'll rock with it. I shouldn't. I should have trusted my gut there. It did not look like the right play in that fit. I think we're going for a pass. I've just got to hope that Sims doesn't get injured, basically. All right, and then we need to find. There's got to be some play that's going to throw not Tyrell Justice in. I'm thinking 95 Mike here is the bet for us. All right, so we got that first down. We'll go with Justice for another run play here. Not great with runs up the middle. I think we already put Urban out of the game. Don't know why they're trying to throw him back in. All I needed was inches there. That was all I was looking for. I just needed to convert that third in inches. That's great for us. We're going to go with a read option here. It worked okay when we did it on the first play of the game, but I think, of course, when I press the button, it doesn't hand the ball off. So, yeah, we're gonna go into coaching. Hopefully, we can swap some of these Pritchett back into that first running back role. I'm not really sure best way to do it. Considering Porter is 68 overall, he is playing like a beast in this game. I don't know if it's. I mean, he's had some pretty wide open plays, but he's been doing good. Can't fault him there. I think the way this is going, we're doing okay. Even with Justice, for some reason, being put in as the automatic running back of the game. I'm sorry for anybody that was really hoping to see the running back that we drafted in action. It just isn't going to work or happen, apparently. I know I'm pretty disappointed about it. I'm sure some of you might be as well. That was close to being picked off. I think we at least have. We're not close enough to go for it on fourth down if we get this. I wish that he had better like break tackle or something. He just, yeah. We at least the ball was caught. His X factor is at least activated. So hopefully we can keep it going through the rest of the game here. Should be basically perfect passes. Because once he gets in the zone, he's got like a bunch of things set up to just go off on. Tua hasn't been able to activate, which is good. I was expecting him to catch up there. I don't really want to play a zone. I don't think our team is made for zone. Most of our players are all man coverage guys. Marquise Mills, a guy who wasn't supposed to be playing in the game anyways. Shit. I had the right angle. At least it ended in an incompletion. Let's see. Hopefully they're not running the ball, actually. Nope, they were. I really need to figure. No, we'll keep Mills in because he's not even supposed to be. What was that? Okay, let's. We need to bring this back for a touchdown. They get the ball back at the second half. Oh my gosh! I did not think that was about to happen, but we brought it back for a touchdown. Now I'm mainly just hoping that we get the ball back in time to score another time before half ends. Ethan shouldn't be playing. See, I doubt there's going to be any more picks that they're going to let us try to return now. There's so many players that I really wanted to play with in this game. Sears, I was hoping to like fly around the field with. My fault. I jumped way too early on that. Let's go. Okay. That's 2nd and 6. Wiley's back in the game for some reason. Good. I mean, that's what we need, basically. I'm hoping we can get a sack here. Even better. Okay. That was a terrible pass by Tua. Glad we made it out of there. Right, we were at the 8-yard line. Sims hasn't had to do much in this game, considering how high we scored. I guess it helps when you have a... We are not doing this play. That one worked great. Alrighty. I don't know where on the depth chart Jaron Moore is. Sorry about that. I don't have an actual box to hook up to my Xbox with. So there was just a little bit of a connection error there in the screen. Yeah, hopefully we can keep this up. Maybe we'll get the ball one more time before half. But yeah, going into the half, 24 points. It's pretty decent. I think we're on the right track here, that this could be the finale episode. That is tough. Urban got injured 3 times in this game. And every time I said, let's not bring him back in, and he went back in. There we go. 17-yard line. That is what we are looking for. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think we're on the right track. I think we're going to try to run the ball for most of the second half. That was really bad defense on my part, though, so we better make sure that doesn't happen. Benson has been pretty good as their tight end. Love a good old defensive tackle sack. Probably should have made the difficulty a little bit higher, but this team deserves a win. And so we are going to make sure they get one. Open field tackles are not my strong suit. That can be. Sure, we'll make it be a 1st and 20. Let's see if we can pick Tua off 3 times in one half. Timeout. Let's see if we can get another touchdown in this last minute and 30 seconds of the half. I think we're at a point right now where we might be able to say that we've won it already. But as we have seen in the past, sometimes Super Bowls can go pretty crazy. I mean, we had the 28-3 that one time. We're at 31-7. So anything's still possible at this point. If we can get another touchdown by the end of the half, I think we're in a pretty good spot at that point. And it's not going to happen. Do I throw or do I just bleed off clock? Ready, so we're going to try to bleed off the clock basically until the end of the half. I think that's probably our best bet at the moment, just because of the situation it's in. I think we are going to go for the hot route. We're going to go one more play. Probably. Barkley, we drafted in you in the... Let's go! Alrighty. I think we are in a really good spot going into the half. There's still 17 seconds, which they could get a touchdown in. But I still think that we're at a point total now where we're basically just going to try to run off the clock most of the next half. I know that Sims didn't have a ton of passing yards or passing touchdowns, but I think that's just kind of what happens when you have we had 3 takeaways in the game, and I know like only one of them resulted in a touchdown. The other one of them wasn't like quite there, and then the other one, I know one of them allowed us to get a lot of yards, but we didn't get a touchdown on that first takeaway one. Well, I think they're going to let it go to the end of half. I doubt they go for another play here. And then they do get the ball at half, so we do need to be prepared. Let's see if we can keep it up. 38-7. We should have this in the bag. Like, honestly, we're at that point where it might be a lot of that. I think if we get to the fourth quarter and we're still in the lead by this much, I'm just going to probably stop recording until the end of the thing unless something big starts to happen, like if they start scoring touchdowns. But we can't get too caught up in the future because something could still happen at any moment here. This is the biggest game. Thankfully, we're getting some decent pass breakups, stuff like that. See if we can finish this game out here. A lot of pressure, just because past whenever we've gotten pressure in there, it's worked well for us. I think they may have adjusted their game plan for that. Was probably getting mad. He's probably like, I need to get this ring here. But I mean, this team has been so close so many times. To not have gotten even to the Super Bowl until this year was crazy. That year we went 15-2. Like, what happened? We lost in the divisional. It wasn't until the next year when we went 13-3 that we ended up making the conference championship. That was the first time we made the conference championship. And then this year we finally made the Super Bowl. But it was like, this team has possibly what would be the greatest quarterback of all time. There's not too many times you get a QB in the game that's 99 maxed overall. And we have that guy, and he's been up there for so many years. He just I don't know how he hasn't won an MVP award. I definitely thought this would be the year that he would win it, but I guess he just doesn't have like those 8-9 win weeks or something. I am very glad that we did draft him in that first draft that we had. I don't think we would be at this point without that QB that we have. But ultimately, there are some things that we probably would have been okay not dealing with that as the situation. I think we probably could have gotten two or three guys out of that pick if we traded down. And he just looked like he was generational, and he was a generational guy. He just wasn't. I've drafted like 81 overall QBs in the past that have the Superstar X Factor coming out. This guy was just only 79, and so I wasn't sure if he was actually going to be that guy. This play sometimes is pretty cheesy. We'll see if it can be cheesy for us now, and it is. That right there is my favorite play to run an Ultimate Team. Is just that PA crossers. It almost always results in a really big gain of yards. And we really didn't need to do that. I was talking about how we were going to run the ball a lot more in this half. It's just that play came up, and I just wanted to play it. That's kind of where we're at this point. We're up by quite a few points at the moment. We're up by 35. They have to get 5 more touchdowns in order to catch up to us at this point. So I think we're okay. But yeah, like I said, if they don't really score any more points before fourth quarter, I think we're definitely gonna just go to the end for you guys, and I'll just play through the fourth quarter. If anything big starts to happen, I'll definitely catch you guys up. And then, oh my gosh, I'm so trash at defense. And I just keep playing blitz, which is probably not the right move. Getting a lot of pressures though. Had I not switched down the difficulty and we kept having all of our 60-something overall players subbing in all the time, and not having all of our best players, I don't know if I would have won this game. Like, I know it looks like we're up by quite a bit right now, but like I dropped down to pro difficulty. And so who knows what might have happened if I kept on all pro. I mean, I kept running into situations where like our QB kept getting injured. And I was like, that's not going to be fun for you guys. This has been the one player that like we've really talked about the entire time of the rebuild. To not have him play in the entire Super Bowl game, that would be preposterous. Like, why would I do that? I think I have determined my next series or things that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be a little bit less spread out because I'm doing a bunch of grad school interviews at the moment. But I think I'm going to maybe download Pal World, or the new game that's like breaking the internet, basically. And I think I'm going to try and do a Let's Play. It's going to be quite a bit different from this content, but it seems like it'll be fun content to make. And I would make more Madden content, but if they keep setting up the coding to put players in that you don't want in, it's going to be too frustrating for me to play it until we do hit that goal of at 100 subscribers. We're gonna we're gonna restart this franchise, but I'm gonna actually play the games starting at 0 overall, which is gonna be real tough. I might have to play it at rookie difficulty to not make it be a total dumpster fire, because those players are not going to move whatsoever in that game. Oh! Yes! A really weird scoring game. Earlier when the game was starting, I was like, yeah, it'd be really cool if we take back a field goal. And then I was like, and then all of a sudden that happened, and I was like, oh my gosh, are we actually going to get the 2 points, or are we just going to block the field goal for nothing? I think Sims deserves to do a little bit of a run. I probably should have swapped this. But I want Owen Sims to get rushing yards. He's probably going to end the game with that X Factor, because we're not going to be passing the ball for him to lose it. I wonder who currently is going to win. Oh. Did he just lose? No, he didn't lose X Factor. I forget what makes him lose. Oh, I just can't get sacked. All these passes are dead-eye passes, but then, like, I think this is about to be another touchdown. Like, I just want to run off some clock. He has 275 passing yards now. I think we can run the ball for all of the fourth quarter. Thank you all so much for your support in this series, at least. I will probably be catching up with y'all fairly soon at the end of this, just to have the seeing of them hoisting the trophies, who ends up winning the Super Bowl MVP. I'm hoping that I can get Sims a rushing touchdown here. Do sticks, and then there we go. All right, that's what we needed. We needed to give him a rushing touchdown. Right there, I might make that be the thumbnail photo. We'll see what happens. We've had such a journey with Owen Sims over the course of this rebuild. I mean, this is what, part 9 or 10, and he's been there since the first episode. He was the first guy we drafted, the only player that has kind of been solidly a member of the team no matter what happens. So to see him be able to get that rushing touchdown is a great thing to see. Oh, Derek Fields is back. Not that he's going to be doing a lot of rushing the rest of the game. Let's see if Coles can pull off another forced fumble here for some reason. I need to get a lot better at that play. Like a screen when they fully successfully pull it off. I'm just not great at pulling off the tackle there. That open field tackle is just crazy. Alrighty, so that is the end of the third quarter. They have more passing yards than us, but we have more rushing yards. And then we do have that defensive touchdown, and we are definitely destroying them in the turnover battle. So I will see you all at the end of the quarter, unless something really crazy happens. Alrighty, so we did end up winning that game. Surprise, surprise. There was one more interception close to the beginning of that fourth quarter, and then we also, I think we got 2 more touchdowns, and I think they might have got 3 more touchdowns by the end of it. But we did manage to pull off the win. I did manage to run the ball back for another touchdown with our quarterback as well, so he did end up having 2 rushing touchdowns in that game, and he does end up getting the Super Bowl MVP, as he should. He had almost all of the touchdowns accounted for, basically, because the running backs didn't have any touchdowns, so I think he properly deserved that award. There's the shot of a couple of those are the shots of our guys that we were like, we're gonna stop before the end zone so we can milk off a little bit more of the clock at that point. But yeah, I think this was a great series. I really enjoyed doing it. It was nice to be able to put some more videos out again. But yeah, we did pretty well. I think let's just go over some of the stats. So Tua had 434 yards passing, which was a lot more than we did, but he did have 3 interceptions and 1 less touchdown passing. It's crazy to have 284 yards on 14 attempts, but it just happened to work out that way for Owen Sims today. Tyrell Justice did go off for a really long run there in that fourth quarter that you guys weren't able to see. He did end up averaging 8.1 yards per carry, and he only had 3 broken yards. And then Dudley Pritchett, even though he was only able to get that 1 rush in, he did have a pretty decent rush for that first one. I do wonder what it would have been like had we had one of the guys that we actually were expecting to have in. Vasquez ended up being our leading receptions receiver, but for receiving yards, Barclay, our rookie, went off for 132 yards on his 2 receptions. That is absolutely insane. He did have 1 drop, which was unfortunate. I don't think we had any other drop. Yeah, we didn't have any other drops on our team. Tyrell Justice actually had 1 catch. Chad Porter, who I didn't want to have playing in the game, he ended up having 2 pretty good receptions that were on 3rd downs. So I'm glad that we did have him in there because he was doing really well. And then Vasquez did end up getting a touchdown reception. Our other tight end, he didn't end up playing at all in the game, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is at that point. Stephen McDonald had 11 pancakes in that game, which is crazy. I think we only let up 1. Yeah, we only let up 1 sack the entire game, and then we only had 3 players that got pancakes. But each one of them had more pancakes than any of the Houston team. For tackles, that was led by Marquise Mills on our side, which really showed what was happening. And then Deshaun Hinton, who was a rookie that we drafted this last year. I think this team could actually go on to be a dynasty almost at this point for a couple years. I know that our quarterback is starting to get up there in age, but I mean, the core that's there, if you threw that into simulation, they might be able to pop off for a couple. They might be able to get the Super Bowl again the next year. If I'm gonna keep this save file in the Xbox, if anybody in the future really wants me to put out another season where it's just simulating the next season to see if they can really return to where they are, feel free to drop some comments on that in the thing. But otherwise, I'm going to be trying to come up with some more content for y'all, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Peace.